Yes, many, many years ago, I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life.
He was in a coma, nearly died, and now he's coming back with a vengeance. Al B. Sure has just confirmed what many suspected. He's preparing to testify against Sean Diddy Combs in one of the most explosive trials the music industry has ever seen. But this isn't just about legal drama. This is personal, because according to Al, this whole thing started with a warning from a woman who's no longer alive.
And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
The late Kim Porter. And if what Al is saying is true, then Diddy's secrets are about to go nuclear. Before Kim Porter's untimely and suspicious death, she was allegedly warning Al B. Sure to stay alert, to watch his back, to keep his circle tight. Al said she was trying to protect him long before anyone knew there was danger. At the time, people brushed it off, thought he was being paranoid, but now that warning sounds like a prophecy. Al says he tried to post about it years ago.
Al says he's working on a film project that'll tell his life story, and in the same breath, he said the public will finally get a chance to see how he really ended up in a coma in 2022.
And you really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
He tried to speak out, and no one listened. Here's what many didn't know. Kim wasn't just Al's ex-girlfriend. She was his wife, secretly. Al says they kept it private, but Kim inspired one of his biggest songs, Forever My Lady. They had a son together, Quincy, and even after they separated, they stayed close. Kim never stopped looking out for him, especially when it came to Diddy. She knew things, and according to Al, she tried to keep him away from the danger, but the danger found him anyway.
Stay in prayer. I'm telling you how important it is. It's never been more important in life right now. Pray for the young people. You know what this is. It's not a game. And please understand very clearly.
Kim Porter's death was ruled as pneumonia, but Al isn't buying it. She was healthy. He saw her just days before, celebrating their son's Netflix special. Photos show her smiling, energetic, glowing. But then, she was gone, and the details, they don't add up. There was allegedly blood found on her pillowcases, blood trailing across the floor. One report claimed she was found on the bathroom floor, not in her bed, like the official story said. And the original coroner allegedly flagged a toxin in her system, something that screamed foul play.
Be sure. He toured the world and won lots of awards, but in the blink of an eye, it was almost all taken away.
Kim's family reportedly sought legal advice, even considering a wrongful death suit against Diddy. But nothing came of it, just silence. Then, in 2022, something terrifying happened. Al B. Sure fell into a coma. Doctors were stunned. His body was shutting down from multi-organ failure. But now, he says it wasn't natural. He believes it was a hit. Al claims that just like Kim, he became a target after speaking out. He says there was a bounty on his head, that people were being paid to keep him quiet.
So you probably heard about Al's health scare. He suddenly fell ill and fell into a coma in late summer 22. And he was incapacitated for 3 whole months before miraculously waking up.
And in his words, what happened to him should have been investigated by Homeland Security. But Al isn't backing down. In fact, he's doing the opposite. He's releasing a memoir called Do You Believe Me Now? A title that couldn't be more direct. It'll expose everything, his relationship with Kim, what she told him, and what really went down between her and Diddy. And that's not all. Al's also producing a full documentary about his life.
EMS 14, respond with engine 76 on scene of the cardiac arrest.
and the circus behind the music industry. He says this will shock the world, and based on what we've seen so far, he might be right. Now here's where it gets even darker. Before she died, Kim Porter was allegedly working on her own tell-all book, a book that, according to sources, was filled with explosive accusations, physical abuse, emotional manipulation, secret surveillance in her home. She allegedly claimed Diddy tried to take full custody of their twins, and she had to threaten him with exposure to keep her kids. And that's not all.
And then all of a sudden everybody woke up like, whoa, yo, we thought you were crazy.
The book supposedly revealed details about Diddy's rumored relationships with men, including alleged incidents involving Usher. And chillingly, she claimed she often cried after being forced to perform intimate acts with Diddy that made her feel used and broken. She felt watched, trapped, controlled, and she was ready to speak. But then, she was gone. Let's talk about the pattern. Kim Porter, Heavy D, Andre Harrell, all connected to Diddy, all reportedly working on memoirs or documentaries before dying suddenly.
It was always between those two. But Kim got tired of it. She wasn't taking it.
Heart attacks, pneumonia, comas, too many questions, too many coincidences. Al B sure survived. Barely. He says he's the last one left, and now he's ready to talk. Al says he's been subpoenaed. He hasn't taken the stand yet. But when the time comes, he's ready. He's made it clear this isn't about revenge. This isn't about fame. He just wants the truth out there. He wants people to finally understand what he went through.
Everybody reached out to say, hey, no, can't put him to sleep.
For the last time you were here, they wanted to know more about
What Kim went through, what others might have gone through in silence. The courtroom is coming, and if Al speaks, Diddy's entire empire might come crashing down. Of course, not everyone believes him. Some say Al's timing is suspicious, that he's being selfish. After all, Kim's son Quincy once begged people to stop spreading conspiracy theories. It was hurting the family. And Al? He didn't hold back. He openly questioned why Quincy still followed Diddy. Some felt it was insensitive, but Al insists this isn't about social media. This is about justice, even if it means going against the people closest to him. So now we wait. Will Al take the stand and reveal everything he knows? Will his documentary expose the truth behind the industry's most guarded secrets? Or will he be silenced again, like so many others? All we know is this. The moment Al opens his mouth in court, the music world will never be the same, because this isn't just about one man's truth. It's about an entire legacy built on lies, control, and fear. And if Al B sure really does tell all, then the storm is just beginning. There's one part of this story that keeps getting buried, but Al B sure brought it up more than once. He said Kim was running from something or someone. In fact, before she died, Al claims he told her to call the FBI, and reportedly, she did. But what happened next? Silence. No investigation, no follow-up. Even Al said that law enforcement dismissed him, called him delusional, said he needed help. He now claims those same agencies were working for the very people he was trying to expose.
Scare, he suddenly fell ill and fell into a coma in late summer 22, and he was incapacitated for 3 whole months before miraculously waking up and working toward a full recovery. An official cause was never offered up.
So, if the FBI knew something, why didn't they act? Were they protecting someone? This is bigger than Diddy. Al B sure hinted that there's a much darker machine operating behind the scenes in the music world. He called it a circus, one that uses fame and power to silence anyone who tries to speak up. Sex trafficking, coercion, blackmail, control. He says it's all part of a system that rewards silence and punishes truth. Kim knew about it. Andre Harrell knew. Heavy D knew. They were all working on stories, books, documentaries, right before they mysteriously passed. And Al, he's now risking everything to finish what they started, because this time, the story won't be buried.